Beheneko, the elf girl cat, is secretly an S-rank monster. 12 episodes, action, adventure, comedy, fantasy, and edgy. And not only edgy, 18 plus level of edginess. So this is for an adult audience. Now, for this one, it was very tough getting screenshot because there was a lot of skin showing, but I managed to grab a couple of few that were usable. Now, before I get into this, let me just admit it. There's no shame. I'm not ashamed of myself. I am a man of culture, and I know my culture, and this is a good one. Tastefully done, like a fine wine. Okay, I'm joking too much. I don't know what I was going with this one. It's just a very good edgy anime. Now let's talk about the story. We have our main character that used to be human. He died. Apparently, he got betrayed, and he was reborn in the same world. It's not an isekai. In the same world, he got reborn as a monster, as a behemoth. Now, even though that he's a baby behemoth, so he looks like a little cat, and many and well, he was confused. He was inside a dungeon trying to get out of that dungeon, and he fought a dragon, managed to get injured, escape, when our other main character, the elf girl Aria, finds him, confusing him for a normal cat, and taking him to her home. Now, later on, she names the main character the cat. Now his name is Tama. Now Tama, he wants to repair his debt, and vows to be her knight and protect her. So he follows her around, follows her, protects her, and showing his elemental his skills. He thinks, oh no, now they know that I'm a monster. I'm going to get killed. But no, he gets confused for an elemental cat, and he now can openly dungeon crawl with Arya, and accompany her and protect her. Now, like I said briefly before, he does have skill. The Tama has skills. It's the typical it is very not very much the same old. The video game screen, he leveling up, getting new skill. How does he get those new skills? Well, the monster that defeat in battle, he eats them, and one random skill of the enemy that he kills, he can get that skill. Is same old. That honestly, that defeating monster and gaining their skills, becoming super OP, is getting a little bit too tiring. There can be video game mechanics, but let's diversify it a little bit and change it up. Always the same old killing monster, eating a piece of their eating some of their flesh, unlocking their skill. It's being used a little bit too much recently. Well, not recently, for a while now, and only now I'm getting a little bit tired of it. Now, yes, Tama and Arya, they do dungeon crawl, but they're not strong enough to handle everything alone. So they do, in the process of their adventures, get new team members. The first one to join the team is Volcom. Volcom is a cat girl, but she is her design is very unique, very muscular tone, and in the abs, and she is a blacksmith, which is very refreshing. By the way, usually when it comes to cat girls, they're either archers, assassin, stealth, tracking, all that stuff. But having her being a blacksmith and fighting with a huge mallet, crushing her enemies, very refreshing, very unique. I don't remember that type of character design for a cat girl. So very unique. I really much enjoy it. Now, next we have our other character, Stella. Stella, she's she was a dragon. She got defeated, and on contrary to our main character Tama, who was a human, then a monster, this is the reverse of that. She was a dragon, got defeated, and got reborn as a human, but she can use a little bit of her previous dragon powers, so she can transform her arms and her leg to be a little bit dragon-like. And she gets confused because there's a race, a nude dragon race that have those features, so they don't see nothing out of the ordinary with her. And she also in some ways is unique because a character like her, who is very physically strong and very hot-headed, for her to be the shield, the shield of the group, the tank, also very unique and surprising. Honestly, I thought that she was going to be the front of the group fighting, but having her big shield and a sword to do a little some damage, so kudos for her. Now we also have two other characters. We have Lily the fairy that came out very in the end game of the 12 episodes, the final stretch, and we have also a dryad, a little dryad, a lolly dryad, a fairy, and she's also very cute, and she came into the party at the same time as Lily, so both of them were a package. Now, the mostly those are the character. Volcom. Now let me touch a bit. Fairy and Lily, the dryad and the fairy, both of them are very playful, very not very childish in their character, how they act. They apparently they've been in a dungeon all their life. They enter human society and very surprised by everything. Very curious, very childish, very hyper playful. So they're the cute of the group. Welcome, very welcome the cat girl, calm, cool, collected. She's most in many of these jokes. She's mostly the straight man, and the dragon girl is Stella. She's very hot-headed in the beginning, going head first into battle without properly thinking of strategy, but later on she grows into her role and she becomes a proper tank. Now, all of them were good and all, and Tama being denied, being the main character, not the most interesting in character. His personality is not the all that interesting. He very cookie cutter character. Now, the one that really steal the show is Arya the elf. She is down bad for Tama the cat. She is a grade A furry to the highest degree. She's down bad. Tama can lick her ears, and she goes into heat and wants to instantly mate with him. He always have to escape, run away, because if not, he would have lost his V card a long time ago. I don't know why. It's very. It caught me by surprise. I know that it was going to be an edgy, but that level of edgy where the elf girl is a furry was unexpected. She's down bad for the cat, wanting to do unspeakable things with him, saying things like saying stuff like please grow up so we can yeah all night long and stuff like that. She is down. I know I'm repeating myself in this one, but she's down bad. And she's not the only one. Stella, who used to be a dragon, she wants also to mate with Tama the cat because she wants to mate with somebody who's stronger than her, and Tama is stronger with all his OP skills and everything. She wants to mate also with him, but it's more like animalistic instinct as wanting to mate with somebody stronger than yourself, not much being a furry. And Vulcan, the cat girl, look, Vulcan, the cat girl, she doesn't want to admit it, but she's also down bad for the cat as well. But I don't know, out of all the characters that are down bad for him, Vulcan, I'm going to give her a pass because she's already a cat girl. She's already half cat. So it fits. I don't know why, but I just it amuses me that it just amused me of her being already a cat girl, being in love with a cat, want to mate with him. It's very hilarious to me. Now, those are mostly I already touched upon every character, the main characters. There are also the side characters, and I'm going to be very honest. The side characters are also very interesting. There were many of them that I wish that I could have more time to get to know them, about their personalities, their fighting style, their even their romance, because some of them are in romantic relationship with other adventures or other characters that we haven't met yet. And I honestly want to see those characters. I want to see the dynamic. So not only the main characters are interesting, but the side characters, well, mostly of the main characters are interesting, but also the side characters are some that I also want to get to know more of. Many of them were caught my interest. Now, the story, the story is very cookie cutter. Dungeon crawling, leveling up, getting new skills, demons, wanting to revive the demon lord that got killed many years ago. They having to stop them. Nothing very, nothing too complicated. Very straightforward story. Now, let's touch upon the edginess of it all. The edginess, honestly, personally watched this one legally through High Dive, and High Dive have the uncensored version, but for the purpose of this video there's also a censored version. So I watched a little bit of that one, and I was very confused because I didn't see any difference between the two. I I was confused, so I went to different corners of the internet, read many comment sections, and what I found was that the censor version, the Stella, the dragon girl, has a perverted potty mouth, so some of her dialogue got censored, but very, very slightly. Honestly, if I haven't read it, I wouldn't have even noticed it. So, if you want to watch it in High Dive legally or watch it in any other means, I'm not judging. So, You can watch the censored uncensored, and you will have the same experience. There's no censorship in the bits areas. Now, while I do not, and I mean do not like censorship, there's also the thing is that the most characters that gets the edgy treatment are the characters that are part of the main group, and it's good and all. I don't mind Vulcan, Stella, Aria, even the fairy. I don't mind, but Eri, no, sorry, I forgot her name. The fairy, the dryad lolly girl. Honestly, I don't know. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. I honestly, it caught me by surprise because I have seen other ecchi anime, and usually even though the grown up girls get fully revealed, but usually the lolly character gets a little bit censored because she's underage. Now, I know that Fairy, the dryad, she, even though she looks like a little girl, she's I don't know how many years she has lived for. She could be 30, 40, 50, but she looks like a little girl and she acts like a little girl. So I cannot get behind this one. I don't like the lolly girl also getting her bits rebuilt. I don't, it caught me by surprise and not in a good way. So now the little fairy girl, she's a fairy. She's an adult, although she's also childish in personality, but she's an adult woman in a little fairy body. That doesn't count. Now, I think I already touched upon everything that I wanted to. Tama the cat, the characters, Arya being very, most of the characters of the main group being down bad to tame with him. Yeah, I think I said everything that I wanted to with this one. Now, I'm going to give this one a score, even though that I'm a man of culture. The most that I can give this one is a 7. A 7 out of 10. Yes, the edginess was good, but the story was lacking. And something that right now I remember, the action was passable. The action with the magic and the fighting swordsman animation is passable. It's not gonna wow you. It's not going to be awful. Passable. So yes, I think a 7 out of 10 with everything that I mentioned is a fair score. So I'm going to leave it here. Have a good day. Have a good night. Wherever you're from, and see you next video.